Hello, this is Lauren speaking, and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the birth chart of Zelensky, and we'll be studying a couple transits and solar arcs. That means what's currently going on with him and into the very near future. And we'll also take a quick look at Ukraine's birth chart to show one transit, which really says it all, that's been going on with them and currently going on into the very near future. And they both echo the same thing. So let's start here with Zelensky's horoscope. The data for that, for anyone who's interested, January 25, 1978, 2 p.m., and I'll put the city on the screen here because I don't want to fudge that in my pronunciation. At any rate, we're going to keep the astrology really simple. We've got two transits to synthesize with two solar arcs, and it really just spells out the whole story. So basically, since about April, May of 2023, for an extended transit, coming to the last hit in December 2024, next month, we have transiting Pluto opposed Mars together with transiting Neptune square Jupiter. So what does that say right there? Well, we would say from the transiting Pluto opposed Mars, he's been in a situation where he's been potentially using extreme force, persuasion, controls, even that can signify brutality, excessive effort, and also we could say trying to stand up for himself and defend himself, certainly against any opposing forces or opposition. Now, at the same time, with transiting Neptune square Jupiter, which, by the way, is also occurring right now in the Middle East for Israel's chart, which I've outlined in the previous video of the Iran missile attack. At any rate, that transit undoubtedly spells out overconfidence, spreading oneself too thin, taking on more than you can handle, believing that you can do it all, and then come to find out, like he's probably finding out now, but certainly the last hit in December is going to be a real powwow, that what was I thinking? Especially with the recent announcement from Biden giving him permission to send long range, that's a tongue twister, missiles into Russia. So this is going to be just absolutely devastating for him. Because now let's look at the two solar arcs that are the background themes of development going on. Well, he's got transiting Neptune conjunct his sun, solar arc Neptune coming up to conjunct his sun. That will be exact in April of 2025. However, a solar arc kicks in 6 to 12 months beforehand. So this has been going on with him at least since April of 2024. And we could say about 3 to 6 months after exact, takes us to about mid-2025, together with solar arc Saturn conjunct Pluto, exact in July 2025. Kicks in 6 to 12 months before. So, I mean, December is like ba-boom, ba-bang. Neptune to the sun, when you have, first of all, these two aspects, Neptune hitting off your natal sun together with either Saturn to Pluto or Pluto to Saturn, that is the most challenging combination, I would say, in astrology. Ego wipeout, devastation, disillusionment. What else? Saturn to Pluto, loss. Difficulties, challenges. So it's more than obvious here that it's over. It's done. That solar arc and I don't have the chart right in front of me. Obviously, it's on the screen, but I do believe, yes, the solar arc of Neptune conjunct his sun is taking place in the 8th house. That's other people's monies, joint resources. And we know, without even saying, which countries have been financing him. So that is dissolving away without a shadow of a doubt. And it's accompanied by frustration, loss, pretty much, a done deal. Now, if we need any more corroboration than that, let's take a look at Ukraine's chart. Well, Ukraine, the chart data that we have coming from astro.com, Nick Campion's World Horoscopes, we're using August 24th, 1991 at 6 p.m. in Kiev. We only need one transit. What do we see here? We've got transiting Pluto conjunct Saturn. Absolute devastating loss. That's been going on since March of 2024, and it's an extended transit that's going to run all the way to November of 2025. But certainly picking up all of 2024, including because one of the direct hits of that transit will be mid-January 2025. We could say right around when Trump is being inaugurated. So there's little doubt that Ukraine is at a devastating loss. The war, if it doesn't finish up, I would say by April, mid-2024, it's a done deal into the last quarter of 2025. Excuse me, I meant to say April, July 2025 until November. They get another hit of that transiting Pluto conjunct Saturn in September of 2025, the final hit in November. So unfortunately, or for whatever, it's done. This war is done. And if they attempt to really put more fuel on the fire, Zelensky, with Putin, are you asking for a painful, devastating situation for yourself and for Ukraine? I would just say, what we have to do in astrology when we're doing predictive astrology is we have to apply the astrological measurements to the reality of the life that's being lived. So for Zelensky, in this particular situation, with the transits that I gave you and the solar arcs in his birth chart, there's no doubt that it's pretty much devastating loss and not a good situation for him at all. If we were applying those two solar arcs, for example, Neptune conjunct the Sun and Saturn conjunct Pluto, we could say that this would certainly impact somebody's health. So that can be a possibility of what's going on with him, on top of everything that I just discussed, But anyways, just wanted to show you the astrology. With astrology, sometimes it's so evident. I mean, it just can't be more evident if you're a student of astrology or a practicing astrologer. I mean, clear as a bell. We don't need a million measurements. We just take one or two and synthesize it together, and there you have it, So that is what it is. It's a done deal. Game over. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope you find this video and astrological learning interesting. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. I upload accurate, interesting astrology, and I'm a straight shooter. So appreciate you watching this, and see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.